Hi, hello. I'm Made of the Mouse, and welcome back to Tavern Talk. I'm just gonna jump straight into the day. Yeah. We sent a little party of 3 on a mission. Oh. And of course, these 2 people. Good morning. Good morning, Millie. Good morning, Blaze. What have you both been up to today?
Oh, dilly-dallying and such.
I'm not dilly-dallying. I was not dilly-dallying.
It was. It goes well with the brooding.
Sounds like a wonderful morning. Can I offer you both something to drink in these early hours?
Yes, please. Could you make me something smart and sparkly?
Can do. I know exactly what it is. That is a sparkling nebula. It's wonderful to see those 2 so early. I'm actually growing quite fond of all the characters. Sparkling nebula coming up. A fresh brew of smart sparkles.
Thank you. This is just the right amount of sparkle.
Happy to hear that. Blaze, what can I get you? Nothing. Alright. So, has the cave found its way back home yet? Yes. The vampire was thankful, if melancholic. It seemed to have awakened memories of old woe.
He seemed pretty excited to me.
He should be. It fits him well. Almost like it was made for him.
It was very interesting seeing a vampire in person. His fangs were shorter than I thought they would be. I expected them to be the size of a colossal saber-toothed tiger's fang, but they were much tinier.
A common misconception. Though, how would that even work? Where did you find him?
At the local guard temple. It got split in the middle by a fallen star.
That sounds morbidly interesting.
It was. I overheard the priesthood say they're thinking about rebuilding the temple around it because it looks kind of cool. And people like distinct temples.
They do.
The vampire was traveling with a really nice dwarf and a holy woman of Cassiopeia. They were asking around to see if the priest knew anything about the star rain.
Did they?
No. I could have told them that 2 days ago. But while we were sneaking around and listening in, we overheard the strangest conversation. Turns out, Alethea, that's the cleric's name, found out that one of the priests was actually a wobbling ooze in disguise.
Scandalous.
I know, right? But in the end, it was okay. The others forgave him and he promised to try and become a real priest. Apparently, he really loves the humidity in the temple. They all hugged and everything. It was very sweet. I was really happy we could see that from the shadows.
We?
Me and the mysterious and quiet Blaze. He's my new associate.
I'm no such thing. It's great to see you 2 working together so closely. It really is. I love that. You make a great duo. We're not a duo.
Thank you.
How did you find the right moment to give Kyle his cape between all of those heightened emotions? We didn't. She got caught.
I thought one of the pillars was big enough to hide behind, but it wasn't.
It wasn't a pillar. It was a tall vase. And are you sure? I mean, you're tiny.
I've been very well hidden when Alethea suddenly asked me if I wanted to stop hiding now. She was paying a lot of attention. I think she noticed me from the very beginning. She's so cool and smart.
Did you ask her about her investigation?
I did, but she said it was too early to share any insights. Even when I kept asking, she wouldn't budge. So I asked Master Smith Frostgrip to tell me more about the temple's architecture instead. Did you know that its altar was built from a 1,000-year-old oak?
I didn't. That's fascinating.
It is! She also told me I have to work on my stealth. That being small isn't going to be enough. I think she knows from experience.
Better not to tell her that.
Better not.
So, are you going to work on it?
Yeah! Goliath is going to show me the ropes.
Is he now? Have to. She'll get us killed otherwise. That's a very dramatic way to look at things. But also very nice of you. You're just a big sweetie, aren't you? So, would you say your investigation was a success?
Kind of. We got to see how clueless the other investigators are and returned the cape to Mr. Vampire. But we didn't find anything new about the stars. And I didn't even get to see any monsters. I was hoping maybe some would have fallen from the Astral Sea and I could have studied them.
A dangerous, if very exciting dream. Mostly a foolish one.
You think so? Have you met monsters before? What kinds? What are your favorites? What were the first ones you ever met? Did they try to eat you or be your friend?
Of course, I've encountered monsters before. They've been a part of my life for many years. Then the shadows are full of them.
Really? That's scary.
Of course it is.
So, the first monsters you ever saw were the shadow monsters?
No, they were much worse than that.
What is it?
Can I have a drink? After all, the words aren't flowing easily. Of course! Same as last time? Yes. Let's see if I can find something sweetly charismatic. And that'll be a spoken heart. Defense. Strength. And just a whole lot of charisma. Here you are. A drink. Just for you. Thanks. You blushing.
How is it?
Fine.
That means it's perfect!
So, where was I? Ah, right. Shadow monsters. Back when I was younger, I had just joined the Shadowbanes and was eager to prove myself. It's said that the great riches far in the depth of the Gravel Mark, a dangerous mountain range in the eastern Fesua. Hidden treasure troves full of precious gems and gold. And I owed some debts. Hoping to find some jewels, I made my way up there to the darkest of its crevices. Guarding its depth were creatures no one would ever choose to face. Bleakstalkers straight from the Twilight Chasm. Hideous creatures that have every right to be associated with the Nightmare Realm. They typically feed on rocks and gemstones, but they seem to think bones have the same general consistency. I wasn't able to harm them with my mortal weapons, so I distracted them with some of the gems I had managed to pocket earlier. It was a close call. I will never forget their twisted antlers and beak-like snouts.
They sound kinda cute.
They were not cute.
If you say so, maybe one day I'll encounter some.
Pray you never will.
No thanks.
like this student mental thing going on. It's very cute. Oh. Welcome back, Care. Are you alright? It's been a long time since I have seen you. Yeah, of course. You want a drink? Yes, give me something strong, please. No watered down mug. Got it. That means a soft umbrella. Charisma. Defense. Strength. I'm happy to see her. It's been a while. Strong and with 0 water. Just how you like it. Thanks. Needed that. You're welcome. Say, Innkeep, you got room in your neat little book of recipes for one more drink? Sure. Got one for me? You bet. It's what my baba used to drink back in the day. My adventure reminded me of it. Ooh, sailor's courage. Thank you, Care.
Why are you so sad?
I ain't sad.
But you look so sad, and you sound sad, and the innkeeper looks worried, probably because you're sad.
I am worried. Don't be. Too late. Like I said, I ain't sad. Not really. More. I'm not sure. My chest feels tight and I feel lightheaded. Maybe I'm dying.
Those are all side effects of being sad.
Who are ya anyway?
I'm Melly, the world's greatest detective.
I'm Kellen. Who's that punk next to you?
That's my sneaky assistant.
He got a name? Malachite.
Ah. So, I would like to detect why you're sad.
Likewise. I shall join this duo and investigate this very case. Does it have to do with the wyvern chimera whose saliva you were hunting for?
You met a chimera?
A wyvern chimera, yes.
That's so cool. Why? How? You're alive.
Sure am. Do you remember that forgetful vampire, Melly?
Of course.
He put a quest for the chimera's saliva. He thinks it may be able to produce a sunscreen strong enough for him to walk in the daylight once more. Cannon was brave enough to pick up his quest.
Wow, that's amazing! How would you even get a saliva from a guardian?
By killing it.
Oh.
Would you like to tell us what happened? Is that really necessary? I think it might be good for you. And very interesting for us. You don't really want to disappoint Millie, do you?
Miss Carolyn, would you please tell me the story?
Fine.
Thank you.
I didn't mean to kill it. It seemed like an extraordinarily blasphemous thing to do. For someone non-religious, you concern yourself an awful lot with it. Just trying not to be a dick, that's all. Usually, I got no trouble killing beasts, but my baba would have lost it if I told her I harmed a guardian. I think so, at least. Not like she'd ever fought any of them. But she had the natural ability to know when it would have been right to do so. I ain't got that kind of sense. We'll see about that. How did the fight start? On my way there, I changed my mind from fighting to sneaking. Thought if I was quiet enough and had the veil of night on my side, I could just steal the saliva from right under its nose, or more. Drooled quite a bit, that thing. But I didn't know my way around the Quark mangrove, and I wasn't as quiet as I should have been.
Oh, I know about that. But you got a giant sword. So you were prepared, right?
Of course. Innkeep had even hooked me up with some fire resistance. Came in handy. And this sword, well, was made for killing beasts. Even the good kind, I suppose.
Is it a magic sword?
I'm not sure. Doesn't do any magic tricks. But it's stronger than your average steel and can resist even higher heat, even without practical potions. Used to belong to my grandma. She left it behind for me.
That's so sweet.
Your parents gonna leave you anything?
No, they weren't expecting to go, so I didn't think about that in time. But that's okay. I can find my own treasure.
I'm sure you will, kiddo. So the Chimera noticed you? Yeah. Sly beast pretended to be asleep while I approached it with the bucket. When I tried to catch its saliva, it snapped at me. Would have taken my arm if it wasn't so tough. The ensuing fight was something else. Next to its dragon head, it sported a lion and a snake head. They fought me all at once, which was with an overwhelming ferocity. It was the fiercest enemy I have ever encountered, and even though its fire could harm me, it took everything in me to best it. I may have defeated it in the end, but I felt honored to have fought such a formidable foe.
So you defeated it with your badass sword?
I did. This weapon really saved my skin. Dealing the final blow, I felt like my grandmother was holding my hand and guiding me towards victory. Or maybe I just imagined that. Maybe that doesn't matter, as long as it felt real. Maybe. I even gave it a proper burial. It deserves an honorable send-off. I almost left the sword with it too, but it's too good of a weapon. The dead don't need swords anyway. Yeah. You know, I did achieve a dream. I saw a vibrant chimera, in flesh. I fought it even, and then I killed it. Does that mean I killed her dream? I think it means her sword saved you from dying. I'm sure that was a dream of hers too. Possibly. But she would have found another way out of it, I'm sure. But she ain't here. So I thought maybe it was time I put her to rest as well. Left my goodbyes for her with the chimera. Maybe it can pass them on. May Tuat listen to your pleas. May he find that much mercy in his cold, dead heart. Is he dead, you think? Tuat, I mean.
I mean, he does reside in the spirit realm, and only the dead can go up there. So he must have died to have gotten there too.
Oh, he's always existed there. Was made to watch over the dead. He's a god after all. There's no clear consensus of what a great spirit dragon really is. A dead dragon, a god who can always control death from its very inception. A reflection of what we believe death to be. Death itself. He could be anything. What would you like him to be? What hopes do you have? I hope he's kind.
I hope so too.
Then, I think he's kind. Maybe we should follow this example. I had the choice of giving her, like, combat or charisma. And I'm a little bit afraid I took the wrong choice. She seemed very sad about killing the chimera, and I feel awful. Maybe talking and charisma is kind of important. Like, if I can, I should probably choose it because it's better to make friends than enemies, I suppose. That's what heroes are for, right? Indeed. You're one of those, right, Kat?
Of course she is, silly.
I have to agree. You know what would be very heroic of her?
What?
If she brought the saliva to Kyle, the vampire. I'm sure his joy about finally being able to walk in the sun will be extraordinary. Too lazy to go yourself? My domain is merely my tavern. You are much more likely to run into him. Am I like a genie and I'm bound to the tavern as if it was my lamp? Fine. Might as well. Need to get moving anyway.
You're leaving?
No, just need to move around. Any of you happen to know where I can find this vampire? Last saw him at the Gaia temple. The priests might know where he went.
I know where he wanted to go. I overheard him talking about it.
Care to share?
I want to trade it. The information, I mean.
For what?
Can you teach me how to use a greatsword?
That's it? Sure thing. Right now?
Is right now okay?
I got the time. Might take you more than one lesson though.
That's okay. I also got time.
It's a deal then. I'll show you the basics. And you tell me where to find the vampire.
Yippee!
That's it, if your assistant is alright with that. Don't care. Not my circus, not my monkey. Okay, kiddo, let's go. Innkeep, can we use your front yard?
Of course. Go wild.
Will do.
Are you coming too, Mel?
No. I'll stay and have another drink.
Yay. Okay, you can join us later. I can't wait to learn how to fight. It'll be so helpful for future adventures. Innkeeper, do you have any quests I could go on after this one? After this, to practice my sword and stealth skills?
Not yet, but I'm sure something will come in. Be patient. I promise I'll have a quest for you soon.
I can't wait. I'm going to destroy any challenge with wits, stealthiness, and giant swords.
I know you will.
But first, I gotta practice. See you later.
Not that we're two alone. Hi. I like her ambition. I like her naivety. Some would call it optimism. A waste of time. Delusions get you nowhere. You would know. Another drink, please. Same as before, sweet and all. Coming right up. Oh, it's so wonderful to see the characters interact with each other. I'm so happy. It makes me so happy. It's insane. And I love having a load time with Sophia, Malachite, Blaze, whatever his name is. Some sweet optimism for my most pessimistic customer. This is sweet enough to make me optimistic for future drinks. Wow, I'm proud of myself there. Oh my god. I absolutely adore that he's blushing. You should be. So, Malachite, just lead me to my pondering. Got it. Just sit here, however much you want. Damn, you've been sitting here all day, huh? Oh, Fable, hello there.
Hiya, Innkeep.
Hiya, Fable.
I'm so happy to see the tavern looking healthy again. And you too.
I'm sorry it took me so long to check in. You had to watch over Chrissy's pets? That's alright. I hope the last 2 days weren't too hard on you.
No, not at all. I was just very busy. A bunch of the Ashen Grove's trees got knocked over, and I spent a lot of time rescuing and leading a group therapy session with the local wildlife. And of course, I had to check in all the check in on all the nearby settlements too. See if they needed help with anything. Any damage after all of that.
Did Uncle Dragan make it?
Yes! The werewolf settlement took a bit of a hit, but everyone made it out okay. Mr. Dragan was making an emergency soup when I arrived. I think he's stress cooker.
It's very nice of you to check in on everyone.
I had to make sure everyone was okay. I used up a lot of my healing salves. Well, that's what they're here for. May I request something?
Go ahead.
Do you maybe have a drink in your repertoire that could assist someone in a situation like mine? Your drinks are powerful. I'd like something that would make me tougher while also replenish my social energy. I think I'm all done with helping out now, but a drink like that would be a real game changer in case something like this happens again.
I don't think I have a recipe for that yet. But don't worry, I've already got an idea. Ooh, another one! 1,000 wins. But even without such a drink, I'm sure people were very thankful for your presence.
Well, they're very mad about it, at least.
Though, I sort of feel like people aren't really as concerned as I thought they'd be. When I saw the stars fall, I thought for sure the world was going to end. Yes, I recall.
You were right that it wouldn't, of course. But I thought that people would be a little more freaked out by the lack of night sky. Of a night sky. But everyone seems so okay with it. I asked one of my sisters about it and she said,
"Who cares? Some wide-eyed adventurer will surely put them back at some point. Let's worry about replanting these tomatoes."
I didn't even know if you could put them back.
You can never put back what was lost. But you can always replace it with something new.
I'm not sure you can replace stars, but if you should approach the loss that way.
It's all a matter of perspective. I wouldn't mind a bunch of trees in the night sky for a change. That would be so weird. Why don't we take crystals? Let's take crystals and gems, and then throw them bitches up there, and then the night sky, instead of being white sparkles for stars, of course, they sparkle kind of whitish. You could just have like billion colors sparkling from each star. I think that would be amazing. Anyway.
Right. But it still would be much nicer if something would stay the same.
They never do.
I'm just happy everyone is okay.
Did you check on Care yet? She should be hacking my terrace to pieces outside.
I did! Outside. On your definitely not hacked up terrace.
Just out of the curiosity, do you own any wood glue? Oh no. My terrace.
It was nice to see that it was okay too. I was a little worried she would just leave and never talk to me again. So it was nice watching her train Melly with so much enthusiasm. And to catch up a bit. That too. She tried to rope me into that greatsword training.
Did you accept?
I'm not really a sword kind of elf. But it was fun to watch her teach Melly. She's very sweet.
Indeed.
And I was just relieved to see Care doing alright. And she was relieved about Mr. Dragan.
And about you, I'm sure.
Maybe.
To celebrate our well-being despite the absurdity of this world, how about a drink?
I would love a drink. Can I have something agile and swift? I still have to make my way back home later. And I could use some speed for that.
I'm sure I'll find just the right thing. Ooh, and I learned new drinks! 1,000 wins. High in defense and even higher in charisma and sailor's courage. It tops out in both agility, charisma, defense, but definitely in strength. And sunny breeze, which is both charisma and a bit of so it's like sparkling nebula, but a little different. Anyway, we'll make a drink in the next episode. I'll see you around. Bye bye.